Nonthaburi Province sits just northwest of Bangkok, operating as a bustling, densely populated urban center in Thailand. At Debsaren Nonthaburi School, the morning began like any other, with students and staff arriving for an ordinary, peaceful day of classes. But the timeline of what would become a devastating attack actually started miles away, inside a private home. According to official police reports, the suspect, a student, first turned a weapon on his own family, killing his grandparents inside their residence. After committing that initial violence, he left the home and made his way towards the school campus. The domestic violence that began in a private residence had now reached a campus of hundreds of students, expanding the scope of the emergency beyond a single household. The suspect breached the grounds of Debsaren Nonthaburi School shortly after. Routine dissolved into panic as multiple gunshots rang through the hallways. Verified videos recorded from inside the classrooms show the immediate terror of a lockdown, with frightened students scrambling for cover and hiding quietly under their desks while the gunfire echoed outside. Several people were struck in the barrage. 8 people lost their lives, including a teacher and multiple students, while others suffered injuries. The act of violence finally ceased when the suspect took his own life on the premises. That sudden silence signaled the end of the immediate physical threat, leaving authorities to untangle exactly how a morning of classes devolved into one of Thailand's deadliest school shooting incidents in recent years. Within minutes of the initial alert, the campus was flooded with a massive influx of law enforcement and emergency medical personnel. Police immediately initiated strict tactical evacuations, systematically clearing rooms and escorting the remaining hiding students and staff safely off the premises. Officers moved methodically, sweeping the entire building to ensure there were no secondary threats before officially declaring the grounds secure. Soon after, the Royal Thai Police issued their first public briefings, confirming the suspect was deceased and the perimeter was completely locked down. With the active threat finally mitigated, the massive law enforcement presence transitioned entirely into a meticulous, methodical forensic operation. Investigators immediately began the delicate process of preserving the scene. Using brushes and specialized lighting, forensic teams document physical details to reconstruct the exact minute-by-minute timeline of the attack. They log bullet trajectories, collect ballistic casings, measure crime scene geometry, and pull digital security records from the school's servers. In the chaotic aftermath, investigators must draw a strict line between hard evidence and public rumor, relying only on verified locations, established identities, and accurate timestamps. While the physical mechanics of the shooting are clear, the rigorous investigation remains focused on a primary unknown variable: the suspect's specific motives for the escalation. Government authorities have stressed patience, emphasizing that a reliable conclusion requires methodical inquiry, not rushed assumptions. Speculation compromises the integrity of the findings. Only verified data and physical forensics can provide an accurate account of how this tragedy unfolded. In the days following the shooting, as news of the breach dominated headlines, criminologists and school safety specialists began scrutinizing the timeline for systemic vulnerabilities. This scrutiny from experts and the public acted as a catalyst, triggering a nationwide review of emergency preparedness across Thailand's educational system. These evaluations expand outward, forcing authorities to reassess how individual schools handle internal threat assessments, physical security protocols, and mental health interventions. The resulting shockwave of public grief was immense, drawing massive crowds together in a collective state of national mourning. A localized crime prompted an immediate mandate for widespread systemic evaluation across the country. Yet beneath the national policy reviews, the immediate reality remains anchored to the Debsaren Nonthaburi school community and the families directly affected. 8 individuals, students and staff, who arrived for a normal day of classes, lost their lives. The people surviving them now face a long, difficult process of psychological recovery and communal healing. The police investigation remains open, and a clear understanding of the events relies entirely on following verified reporting as forensic details are confirmed over time. While investigators will eventually map the precise mechanics of the attack, the undeniable center of this story is the profound human loss left in its wake.